everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another video for you guys from Swag-Kage, this one explaining the Gentle Fist. Now, if you don't know what the Gentle Fist is, it is the fighting style that is utilized by the Hyuga Clan. Now, it's important to know that the Gentle Fist isn't specific to the Hyuga Clan because they're the only ones who can use it. No, it's a fighting style that anyone can use. The problem is that in order to properly utilize it to its fullest capabilities, you kind of need the Byakugan. Someone who doesn't have the Byakugan, it's not impossible for them to learn it. They can, it's just going to be really difficult. If you want an example, look at the character or the main character of Boruto. Like, he doesn't have the Byakugan, but he can use the Gentle Fist because he was taught how to use it by his mom. Now, how she was able to do it, we don't know, because as far as we know, Boruto was not born with the ability to awaken the Byakugan. His sister Himawari is, but him not so much. So I'm wondering if maybe one day they can explain that. But let's go ahead and jump into the video.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Swag-Kage here, and welcome to today's video, where we're going to be talking about the Gentle Fist, or the Juken as it's known in Japan, the Hiden Taijutsu style of the Hyuga Clan, built around the abilities given to them by the Byakugan. Now, one thing I feel I should clarify straight away is that it's not technically necessary to have the Byakugan to use the Gentle Fist, and that's actually the reason why I didn't talk about it in my Byakugan video, but generally, Juken use is restricted to those who possess the Byakugan because it's a fighting style that was built from the ground up to make the best possible use of that eye's abilities. And of course, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there's also the fact that the Gentle Fist is a Hiden ability, or a secret technique taught only to members of a certain clan by other members of that clan, with its fundamentals and mechanics kept closely guarded to keep outsiders from learning how to use the ability. Because of the nature of the Gentle Fist, even if a person were to know everything about it, it would still be incredibly difficult for them to figure out how to use it without having a Byakugan. So a non-Hyuga without any knowledge of the Gentle Fist's fundamentals has pretty much no chance of learning how to use it. For this reason, there are almost no non-Hyuga capable of using this fighting style, with only 2 known exceptions listed throughout the series. The first is a distant relative of the Hyuga clan capable of awakening the Byakugan in one of his eyes, so he's not exactly what I'm talking about here. And the other exception is, of course, as many of you know, Boruto Uzumaki, who, despite not having a Byakugan, has managed to learn the basics of the Gentle Fist from his mother Hinata. I have no idea how Boruto manages to use it, but the point is the Gentle Fist isn't—
Oh, I think the reason is because he's main character, so just accept it. And also, speaking of Boruto Uzumaki, I don't want to go into spoilers, but if you're all caught up with the Boruto manga, then maybe you'll know that that's not necessarily a problem for him anymore in regards to what Swag-Kage just said. Again, I don't want to go into too many spoilers, just in case there's someone watching the video who isn't all caught up with the manga and you're planning to read it eventually. Maybe you're waiting until it's done so you can just binge read the whole thing instead of waiting every month for a new chapter like a lot of us are. Yeah, he may have found a way around that. Again, I won't get into too many spoilers, but if you've read the manga, you know what I mean.
A genetic ability or a Kekkei Genkai of any kind. It's just that using it without the Byakugan is pretty much next to impossible. The main reason why the Byakugan is such a fundamental part of this fighting style is because users of the Gentle Fist generally aim to do as much internal damage to their enemies as possible, as opposed to the external damage that most ninjutsu and other taijutsu aim to inflict. The reason why it's called the Gentle Fist is because it generally doesn't leave its targets with any visible external injuries. Instead, most of the damage dealt by the Juken is felt by the enemy's internal organs, particularly their tenketsu, or their chakra points. Because they possess the Byakugan, Hyuga are capable of seeing their enemy's chakra network along with the positions of their internal organs. By releasing a specific amount of chakra from their palms at the time of impact, they can shut down or speed up the flow of chakra between particular chakra points, and this can cause a lot of different things to happen, most of which will affect the person on the receiving receiving end pretty negatively. Not only can tampering with one of the 361 chakra nodes present in the body keep somebody from drawing from their chakra pool, but it can also interfere with how chakra flows to and through the body's internal organs, which means that if a gentle fist practitioner strikes a chakra node located on one of the body's vital organs, like, say, the heart, they can leave their target with critical internal injuries. I think it's safe to say that this fighting style can be seen as a hard counter to pretty much any other approach present in the world of Naruto, because as soon as a user of it gets close enough to their opponent, they can shut down pretty much any offensive or defensive options that their target has access to. As soon as that is done, they can inflict sufficient damage to their opponent's vitals to kill them, and I mean, it's a wrap. The battle's over just like that. It's also very difficult to counter this, because users of the Gentle Fist are also capable of cutting through any chakra-based substances, and this is done by creating a sort of chakra scalpel emitted from the hands. It is possible to defend oneself against the Gentle Fist, as seen when Kidomaru managed to create a non-chakra-based sort of armor out of the spiderweb material he was able to create. But Kidomaru's powers are very weird, and as such, this sort of defense isn't really seen all that often in—
Also, just to comment on this real quick, this also isn't strictly restricted to the members of the Hyuga clan. Anyone can do this because, again, it's just easier when you're someone who is a member of the Hyuga clan because you have the advantage of the Byakugan. But if you want an example, Kakashi during the war arc, we saw him for a moment use this ability. So again, just in case you're wondering if this is maybe something that's also like limited to the Hyuga clan, no, it's not.
Defense isn't really seen all that often in the world of shinobi. Most people simply use chakra to amp their defense, which the Hyuga and also Boruto are capable of tearing right through. I don't know if there's a limit to how much a user of the Gentle Fist can cut through with this chakra scalpel of theirs, but if one is not present, then that means that it's capable of, like, piercing the Susanoo. The whole thing. I guess it's also capable of healing people in some capacity, because, like, Hinata used it to pop one of Naruto's joints.
You'd need to be able to catch it first in order for that to happen. I don't think there's any member of the Hyuga clan right now who's capable of, let's face it, I don't think there's anyone who's actually capable of actually taking down the Susanoo, if we're being honest.
Back into place in the Fourth War. Not too sure about that though, because
also, just to clarify, I'm talking about members of the Hyuga clan.
We haven't seen it used that way very extensively. Anyway, the Gentle Fist also has a number of derived techniques that involve using certain specific applications of it in the most efficient way possible. The most notable and probably most famous of these is the 8 trigrams 64 palms, a 6-step, 64-hit combination attack, which aims to shut down 64 of the 301 chakra nodes in a person's body with a blinding flurry of exceptionally fast strikes. The effects of getting hit by the 64 palms are generally not good, like, at all. After Neji hit Naruto with it in the Chunin exams, he claimed that Naruto shouldn't even be able to stand, and he would have been right if not for the fact that the Nine Tails was able to provide Naruto with chakra. There are other forms.
If it wasn't for the Nine Tails, Naruto would have lost that match easy.
The 32 palms and the 128 palms, and they all work pretty much the same way. Other Gentle Fist techniques include the 8 trigrams palm rotation, which is like a blue version of Shinra Tensei, performed by releasing chakra from every possible point in the body and quickly perpetually spinning around to cause the released chakra to rotate rapidly. The 8 trigrams air palm, which involves using the Gentle Fist to release a compressed wave of air that is then directed at a target's chakra points or vital organs, and the Gentle Step twin lion fists, which involves compressing chakra into the shape of giant lion heads around the hands, which increases its user's melee range and damage output. Additionally, the lion heads can drain—
I gotta be honest, this is still to this day the coolest Hyuga ability I've in the entire series. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Like, look at this. Sorry about that. I just had to take care of something real quick. But yeah, like I said, coolest technique of the Hyuga.
chakra from anything that they come into contact with, though it seems its user can choose whether or not this happens, as Naruto has used the Rasengan in conjunction with this technique, and did not seem to suffer any ill effects. Anyhow, that should do it for the Gentle Fist. Thank you guys as always for watching the video all the way to the end. I will go into more detail about the 64 palms, the rotation, the twin lion fists, and so on and so forth when I do more in-depth moveset breakdowns of characters like Neji and Hinata, but for now I'm just gonna leave my descriptions as they are. Of course, as always, if you have any ideas for future topics you want me to cover, leave them in the comments below, and if I like your submission enough, I just might get to it in the future. Anyway, as always, hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later. Swaikage out. Bye.
Okay, so yeah, that's the video. Now, for me personally, I gotta be honest. I feel like the Hyuga were kind of done dirty by Kishimoto, because he at one point just sort of moved away from them. At one point, it seemed like he had plans to make them a lot stronger than they actually are. If I remember correctly, there was a time where he wanted to make it clear that the Byakugan was actually even better than the Sharingan, but well, I mean, let's face it, that's kind of not really true anymore. And hell, it seems like now now they're introducing dojutsus that are even stronger than the Sharingan and the Byakugan, and it's just the Byakugan just feels like it's being left off to the side, not really anything being done with it. And it sucks because the Byakugan does have a lot of cool techniques associated with it, like the Gentle Fist being one of them, the Twin Lions, in my opinion, again, still one of the coolest Hyuga technique. And it's just it sucks. I mean, it's understandable, you know. When you're focusing on your story, even if you have a lot of other things you kind of want to explore, you realize that you kind of have to leave them off to the side, because you want to focus on the story, and the story that you want to tell doesn't really include the other things in your world that you wanted to develop more. So you basically choose to focus on the story alone. It happens, and it sucks, but who knows? Maybe maybe it'll get more time in the spotlight in the current Boruto era. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Since they're choosing to focus on the Otsutsuki clan, and the Otsutsuki clan is where the Byakugan originated from, so who knows? But anyway, guys, that's going to be the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Remember to leave a like, share the video, subscribe if you haven't, and also down in the description box, a link to my second channel. Make sure to go check it out. Subscribe to that channel, and also a link to Swakage's video as well as his channel, so you can click on them, head on over there, subscribe. With that being said, I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope to see you for my next reaction. Bye for now.